So I get up this morning and Ralph's kids are watching my vlogs on the couch. Nice. So we're back on site. This is day 2 for me. It's actually day 4 for these guys. They started this on Sunday. Today is Wednesday. And you can see behind me what we finished yesterday, which is a lot of the rock in the pond. Today we're hoping to finish all the rock work in the pond. I know we've got some more deliveries of boulders coming. Right now we're upwards of 80 or so tons, 80 or 90 tons. And let me show you exactly what we're going to be focusing on today. We've got our team all here. We've got Ralph and his guys down in the hole, Marc and his son, and then we've got Michele, Sean, April, and Ed. We're all ready to get to work. Let's check with Ralph and see what he wants to get done today. Okay, so Ralph, we got quite a bit done yesterday, which is, I think, pretty good. Are you happy with where we're at?
Yeah, really happy.
Okay, what are you hoping to see accomplished today?
Well, I want to finish my breakfast burrito before you put me to work. And then what we want to do is we want to get the floor installed. So we got all these flagstone pieces that are going to go down on the floor. And then we'll make our specific cuts so we have that upflow.
Okay.
And then we'll rock out this side of the pond and start working our way out and start working on the wetlands. I think we'll be able to get to that today.
So real quick, how did your customer come to decide they wanted to have a swimming pond?
So they like a little bit more natural approach to a swimming hole instead of a pool. Everybody has a pool in Arizona.
Right.
And they love the idea of having a pond, so that instead of having a pool and a pond, they just decided to have a big pond that they could swim in.
So a pool is more of like a sterile water environment. A pond's going to be a living, breathing ecosystem. It's going to have some algae on the rocks. There'll be fish in here, so it's not going to be like exactly like a swimming pool. More of a natural swimming hole is what I'm imagining, right?
Right, exactly. And the nice benefit about this, they do a lot of gardening here, so they want to be able to water their plants from the pond water.
Gotcha. Let's get started. We are on to my favorite part of any pond project, the waterfall. What's happening here is right where April's at, there's going to be a waterfall dropping in. We're probably going to actually split it. There might be a big rock in the middle that it comes around. And where the machine is, that's where we're putting a constructed wetland filter. So there'll be a waterfall kind of facing the house and pooling area, and then we'll split the waterfall in. And you can see we've got a lot of the rock work done inside the pond. Marc and the boys, they're all working on doing the flagging for the floor of the pond. What's going to happen here is this fabric in certain spots is going to get cut out, so water is allowed to come up through. It's going to act like jets pushing the water up into the water column, letting it be drawn into the skimmer area. Our skimmer is going to be right over in here. We're going to create an intake. All the water gets pulled this way, so you've got the jets pushing water up. There's actually jets in the side of the pond, and then the waterfall itself is pushing water this way. So all the water from the pond is being drawn back towards where I'm standing, which is where the skimmer is going to be.
Right now I'm taking gravel and I'm locking in all those little bits together so that they don't move. So when everybody's walking in and out of the pond, the gravel doesn't slide down and leave bare liner.
All right, I'm here with Sean Frost. If you've watched any of my stuff, you've probably seen this guy in a lot of our videos. He always comes down and helps us out with his wife, April. And I think what we have in the pond world specifically is a very unique dynamic where we can call on some really talented people and they show up and they bring their talents, and these are business owners. So to have somebody that you can just show up on the job with and trust that they're gonna do an amazing job for you and make the project just way better than it could ever be is such an invaluable tool for me, especially But out here on this job, you can see how it goes to work with Sean running the machine. I'm over here doing whatever I have to do. Nobody's got an ego, and we're all willing to do whatever has to be done to make the project happen, whether that means carrying buckets of gravel, strapping rocks, or raking soil. None of us are too good for any of it.
I would agree.
That's all you got?
No, it's great working with people. You don't have to think twice about what's going on because everybody knows what's going on. So it's one hand just helping the other all the time, all day long.
It's hard to describe almost.
Yeah. And even the homeowner she just keeps repeating that, how amazed she is at how fast everybody works together and whatnot. It's amazing.
When you have the level of talent that we do on these projects, it does afford you to move quite a bit faster than you normally would, because everybody has that ownership mentality and they're all trying to do the best job they possibly can for the homeowner and for the guy or girl that brought them in. End of day 4, we made tremendous progress today. Behind me, Sean and Ralph are working on the intake system. Back here, we're behind where Marc is. We started the wetland filter, and the pond is just about finished. You can see all the flagging is in the bottom. Marc and AJ and Michele all worked on getting that ready. There's areas that are cut out that are going to allow water to jet up from the bottom, pushing sediments up into suspension, sending them right over there to the intake, and then it can be passed around up to the wetland filter. We've got our waterfall started over there. We'll need a couple rocks here in front of the intake, and the pond is done. Amazing progress today. So Ralph, you're working on putting the intake in with Sean.
Yep.
I mean, I think we made tremendous progress today.
Not bad.
I think it was tremendous, not bad.
It was
anyway.
okay.
We're in good shape.